want to commend this initiative because it has given a space for young people to get training in various fields. I heard a lot on digital jobs, and I think certainly we'll be having a conversation with the senator, with Tabitha, but also appears with yourself to see how can we include this digital community hub in the support we're providing to the national government of Kenya in terms of ICT hubs. So I'll take that back, and I'm sure the PS will take that back on his side and see how we can support that. The second avenue we discuss, and I've seen it from my own eyes here, is the creative space and the creative economy. No doubt, there's a lot of talent in Kenya, and here in Siaya, I witness those talents. So moving forward, we'll also see how we can embark in partnerships in terms of supporting the creative economy space, that people who have talent, who nurture their talent, are also making a living, because I think that's what the government is trying to do, and I think that's what needs to be done. I must say France is a long-standing and historic friend of Luo Nyanza. We've been doing a lot of activities in Kisumu. I'm proud and happy to have reopened last month the Alliance Française of Kisumu, was closed after a few years, so we reopened it. There will be opportunities also for learning French language there. But I've seen also the drive for learning French. You have also French speaker here, but I think I can see there's a drive to also learn foreign languages. And as the embassy, we are already supporting some of the girls' schools here. The senator has made a pitch to support his own school, and moving forward, we'll also consider and try to support French language here in Siaya County.
We want to prove that what can be done in the cities can also be done in a rural setup like ours, and we are going to succeed. Because when you are determined, you succeed. When you have an idea, you just be determined, and you will eventually succeed when you have a vision. So young people, just be determined when you want to do something, and you will always succeed. And don't depend on employment, begging people here and there. You can create employment for yourself. I'm sure you can create employment for yourself. But knowledge is the core. Knowledge is the equalizer. Education is the equalizer. You will be equal to all those people you think are above you once you acquire knowledge. And acquiring is bigger, and you are still young. Don't engage in too much other side things. Those things are still there. The life is still light. The life is still ahead of you. If it is still ahead of me and I'm already 80, how about you? Continue working hard.
My name is Fikirini Jacobs. I'm privileged to introduce myself to you as the Principal Secretary in charge of the State Department for Youth Affairs and Creative Economy. Your Excellency the Ambassador, we appreciate as a government to have had very close collaboration with the government of France through the French Embassy in Kenya in many areas of collaboration. But to mention what touches on our State Department, we appreciate you immensely for the great role that you are doing in the area of the creative economy. Just a month ago or so, we witnessed an awarding ceremony for our creatives out of a competition which attracted thousands of our Kenyan youth, and we are hopeful that even at the end, many more will get big financial and many other prizes out of the same. And this is purely in line with the State Department's vision of empowering creativity, like we've seen and heard right from our youth who performed here. The most important thing as a state department which you are trying to initiate, and by the way, has already taken off, only waiting to go to stakeholders for engagement, is the creative economy bill. The reason why we are taking it to the stakeholders is such that we have had bills in the country. But this was my personal commitment to the members of parliament during my vetting, that it's a high time now, instead of creating bills in the boardrooms and taking them to the people who now will form part of their implementation, many bills might have failed to realize simply because the youth who are targeted now only became passive recipients of these bills. So that's why we are creating a platform where we are taking some of these initiatives, including the Creative Economy Bill and the Youth Bill, to the stakeholders for engagement of the same. The Creative Economy Bill will address 3 key issues: management of the industry, the creative industry, regulation of the industry. You realize that we have many of our youths who have very good ideas, very perfect ideas. But because you come from a family which is poor, your idea may be stolen by a person who is well able, and by the time it materializes or it comes to pay off, it is in the name of another person.